Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for yet another episode of Fata Morgana. So I'm not going to do an intro or anything. We're just going straight to the episode because it's been a while. We missed some episodes. I think one, maybe two. I'm not sure entirely, but yeah, it's been too long. So let's just go. I wonder how far in the story I am actually, in general. After taking that step in our relationship, I made numerous attempts to reveal the truth about who I was. Okay, and let's see if you've... I mean, we know you haven't been successful, but every time I tried, sharp pain gripped my chest, and my words faded into nothing before they could reach my lips. Okay, so basically anxiety didn't let him, like, tell her. I knew that if our relationship were to continue, I would have to tell her eventually, but merely imagining her face twisted in disgust nearly crushed me. She was everything to me, and so, when prepared for our departure, I decided it was time to make some changes. It was time for me to break out of my rut. And what happened next depended largely on whether mother and my brothers were willing to accept me as a man. The curse of my future was in their hands, in their hearts. If they couldn't accept me, they couldn't return home. I prayed from the bottom of my heart that things would turn out for the best. So basically this is after he sent letters already, I think. That my family would accept me for what I was, and that they would accept what I had with Giselle. I decided I would tell Giselle everything after I received the responses, and I hoped dearly that she would join me whenever I ended up. I couldn't provide Giselle the same kind of happiness a normal man could, but if she and my family accepted me, I would do anything I could. I would do anything I could to build a happy family with her in my own way. And so, I sat down to write. Okay, so this is before he wrote down. So now we're going to see the contents of the letter, actually. Oh, and the soundtrack is coming up. Oh, this is new soundtrack, actually. We never heard this one before. Dear mother, there is something I wish to tell you. Something that means a great deal to me. So I ask of you, please hear me out. And I ask you, please accept it. Mother, I no longer bear any resentment for my present lot in life. Nevertheless, I would ask of you to concede one thing, that I was never cursed, that I was always your son, that I am Michelle, not Michelle. I have found someone whom I care for dearly, a woman, and I love her with all my heart. I would like to spend the rest of my life with her. I do not wish for much, simply to have a quiet life with her, to go through our days together, man and woman. That is the one thing I want. Mother, I know you are aware that my body is no longer female. I am a man, my heart is male, and I ask of you to please accept that. I have no grudge with you. In fact, I am incredibly grateful to you for bringing me into this world. With love, your dearest son. Wow. But under the reply, I received a visit from knights ordered to kill me. Yep. Shell, tell me, why do you think this is your fault? What's your curse? Your curse. It isn't just the color of your hair and eyes, isn't it? There's more to it, isn't it? Isn't there? There's something else, isn't here? Can you hear me, Morgana? Morgana? Please say something. Morgana, your predictions, they were right. I was a fool and you can laugh at me all you want, so please say something. Oh my god, yeah. Death. Death to the unholy one. Death to the heretic. Death to the witch. Why won't you answer me, Morgana? Why can I not feel you there beside me? You said you would help me when I came for it. Well, here I am, begging for your help. Please, come back to me just this once. I know you're there somewhere. Please, before they break down the door. Michelle? I'm alright. It's okay, Michelle. I'm not scared. You're here with me after all. I'm fine. It's all fine. So please hold me until it's all over. Please stay with me. Ooh. Ooh, we have the red text. This is like very interesting to me, like this like color changing. Like last time when we had like this like disturbed text in the third episode, I suspected what the red text might mean, like Morgana or something, right? Like we made Fury crafting there. But I wonder why it's red here, you know? This is what's interesting to me, because we had Morgana talking basically before with Michelle in the story, and now suddenly they decided to use red text for no particular reason. I'm very curious why. It must mean something. Michelle, my dear, why would you ever believe fairy tale nonsense? Why would you ever think a wonderful future awaited you? Morgana? Here you are now, wretched, pitiful, and now we have normal text. Why this one is red? For that, you have my sympathy. I will help you in time of your need. Finally you speak. Michelle? I can feel the despair emanating from you. You hate it, it kills you. This is how you're rewarded. For fighting to be yourself. You know exactly who sent those knights, don't you? They rejected you. Rejected what you are. So... it suggests that Mother actually sent them. I mean, it's also a possibility, right? I wanted this to be like more on the Amy side because, well, she's a bitch. But it could be entirely possible that it's just Mother that broke. And I said this before as well. Like, that could be also the issue. Michelle, are you right? Your family unable to accept your body and heart, branded you a heretic and turned you over to the church. Yes, they did. And did you hear what the knights were saying? They even accused you of being a witch. Taken my sins and placed them on you. Come back to me, Michelle. You hate them, don't you? You want to curse them, don't you? You want to kill them, don't you? I shall grant you that wish. Out of your hatred and despair, I shall make my own wish. That wish shall become a curse upon your family's wicked souls. Okay? You will grant my wish then, Morgana? Yes, yes, absolutely. Tell me what it is you want, my poor little darling. Michelle? Let her contempt flow pray, give me the names of those you want cursed. I want you to protect her. Yeah, again, like he declined wanting to curse anyone. Even now. Excuse me? If they find her, she could be accused of abetting a wish and executed as well. So please use your power to keep her safe. You said you would grant my wish, did you not? That wasn't the wish I was hoping for. I know, but that's the wish I want you to grant. Morgana? Offer me something in return. Such a disappointing wish will require a sacrifice. Step beyond that door, my dear, and witness ultimate despair. That was my plan anyway. So long as I'm considered heretic and marked for death, my being alive puts Giselle in danger. Indeed it does. Yet here you are, shaking like a scared little child. Of course I'm scared. There isn't a single person who doesn't fear death. Please keep her safe. I mean... Morgana dotted here. Probably because at the time when she's been alive and trapped here, She basically gave up on everything and she didn't fear death at this point, right? She just wanted to die at some point. Please keep her safe. You are the only one who can help me, Morgana. You have my word. From this moment, I vow to protect her life. Thank you. Okay. Giselle? Please hear me out, Giselle. I never thought anything good would become of my life. I never thought I would find anyone who would truly understand me, who would be happy to have my love. And for that, I hated the world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows. But then, a single ray of light shone down upon me. Michelle? It's you, Giselle. You delivered me from the darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think my life was meaningless, that it didn't matter if I lived or died. But now I can't stop shaking. That's perfectly normal. I'm scared to death too, but what scares me the most is losing you. Michelle? So please allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything to you, for you, so let me do this. I haven't given you anything, I haven't done anything for you. So give me one final chance. Michelle! Yeah. We're going to see Didier, aren't we? What are you doing? Get back in here, Michelle. And also, I was like very curious back then, when we had this scene, why they couldn't hear her behind this door. I mean, it's not like soundproof, and he literally died like next to this door, right? Let's see. What? Why? The door? I can't open it. Michelle? Michelle, what did you do to the door? Come on. Come on, get in here. I guess you really can perform miracles, Morgana. I don't want to lose you either. I know that. By doing this, I will bring you pain, Giselle. But I can make you happy no matter how I try. But I realize that now. Say something, Michelle. You are out there, aren't you? Please. Please don't let anything crash. They're going to kill you if you're out there. Giselle, the witch told me she would ensure your safety. Michelle, she isn't real. There's no witch talking to you. It's all in your head. A figment of your imagination created to elevate your loneliness. This is what I thought all the time, and I'm still like saying that it's like very possible that it's actually the case. Like main story, like this like mention and stuff is happening like in like afterlife or something. So the things that we see there, all of this like the like Morgana backstory, and so, like in general like everything we see in Fata Morgana in that like mention, it could be just the imagination of Michel after his death, basically. All of this could be just like his image of Morgana. Like all of the backstory of Morgana could be fake, basically. What I'm trying to say. It's like, it's possible, right? I guess. Rest assured, she doesn't lie. Shall. I pray that someday she will be able to get past this, to move on with her life. She needs to know that that's what I want. I have to find the right words. I'm pathetic. My voice is so shaky. Please listen. You're a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, dearly sympathetic. You are not to blame for how difficult your life has been. For the most fault lies with me, and a bit of bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew. What are you talking about? So survive. Live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this, live your life, and always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you. No, I don't want that. I want to be with you. No one else but you. I don't want to let you die. Teridus! Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic. Get back in here, Michelle. Open the door. If my choice is to leave on without you, I would rather... Your scars will heal. You'll find a nice man and have a wonderful family. Why? Because you have a good family. You have a mother and sister who love you. If you were to be executed here with me, you'd be marked a heretic as well. Your family would be condemned. I don't want anyone else to suffer that kind of disgrace. But I can't tell. I can't tell you any of that. Because I don't want you to look into why I am heretic. So this is as we'll part ways, Giselle. Thank you, Giselle, for bringing light to my world. Don't say that. The year we shared together, the month since our relationship blossomed, have been the brightest days of my life. But if there's next life, I hope you don't mind if I pray that we are able to meet again. And this time, that we can find each other once more in another world, in a body that better suits me. Michelle. Michelle. I had thought I was prepared. That I was doing something good. Something I could be proud of. That I would give my life for her who had held high. But it wasn't long before I realized what the witch had meant. Yep, there's Didier, isn't he? Yeah. Betrayed for the first time. Or even more. I had to stop counting. What she had warned me about when she had said ultimate despair waited beyond this door. Yeah. It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment unto the heathen who made a pact with the devil. You are sentenced to death. Your body to be hanged upon the cross for 3 days and 3 nights, wherein your unholy flesh shall be purified by the fires of heaven. Why? What are you doing here? I stared up at the night, eyes wide. For the voice from within the helm. Didier. Yep. Knew it. Belonged to my older brother. You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words? I knew well enough that Mother was not in her right mind, and while her refusal to accept me had hurt, at the same time I had somewhat accepted it. It made sense to me. In her madness, Mother had declared me a heretic and reported me to the church. But this? But Didier? Didier? Yeah. Men wield swords and fights against the most crimes. Enemies, and they do so to protect the weak, women, children. I'm here to protect you and your mother. What are you doing here? Why are you pointing your sword at me? Are you smiling behind that cold steel helm, frowning, or staring expressionlessly? Your transformation was too much for Mother and Father to accept. With enough time, everything will go back to the way it was before, just like it did for myself and George's. None of this is your fault. It was all unfortunate timing. You said that it would all go back to normal eventually. Yeah, all the memories. Can I trust that even if the whole world says I'm cursed, that you will always be on my side? They will always be my brothers. Can I put my trust in you once more, Didier Georges? You absolutely can, Michelle. I swear to God on high. You bitch. Did your vow have any meaning at all? I spent years here in the dark house waiting, believing you would come through for me. So why? Were you standing there a half dozen nights at your back, saying I'm to be executed? Why? Didier. Do not cry. Don't you dare cry, Michelle. You're standing here in front of this door as the man protecting the woman he loves. So you mustn't cry. Who is it you are sentencing to death? Michelle Bollinger or a demon child, naturally. Or a witch, perhaps. But why? If I'm not an angel sent from heaven, or a demon child, then what am I? What on earth am I? What are you? You are a Bollinger. You are our family. That there is to it. Like, it hurts even more when you have like all this like backstory and like this like all the memories with Didier. Like this fucker, I swear, like I knew like this guy is like going to be like huge issue. Like even like when they like you know parted ways, like he did not really accept what Michelle said back there. Only Georges did, really. I thought we were brothers. Our family bonds have long since been severed, cursed witch. Ah, I see, Giselle. This word never had a place for me. I was never welcome here. Kill him. Yep. So many blades pierced my flesh. Didier sword in my chest, lances in my arms and shoulders, arrows in both of my legs. I could hardly even tell what hurt anymore. But the pain from within was much clearer. My heart cracked audibly before shattering completely. Don't cry. Do not cry. Tears will only make me more pitiful. So don't you cry, Michelle. Don't cry. I believed in you, Didier. Didier. When I was younger, I idolized you. Those broad shoulders, muscular arms, gentle eyes. Everything you said. Your simple but pure desire to become a knight. I thought if I could be like you, then I could be proud of who I was. I thought that may have faded somewhat after being locked away for so long. My adoration for you never went away. I thought you of everyone would accept me for who I am, and I thought you would celebrate my relationship with Giselle. I don't know why. Like, I saw this whole backstory, but I still don't understand why Michelle thought so much of Didier. Didier gave numerous times the idea that he's not really that trustworthy. Georges, on the other hand, I would trust Georges. I wouldn't trust Didier. Like, even like before, like... I think like even before he was imprisoned, George has been more like accepting to Michelle and everything, and Didier was always kind of ass. I don't know, like, why would you trust Didier that much? That you would put those big hands on my shoulders, a smile on your face, and you say, I'm happy for you. That you would welcome her into the family. That we could go outings together on cloudy days. And maybe she could make something for us. She's a pretty good cook after all. Georges would ripple through the basket before lunch. And Didier would scold him. I would be there watching. A proud smile on my face. As unlikely, so out of reach as I knew it was, I still dreamed of a life like that. I had the faintest hope that when we saw each other again, the dream might come true. Didier, I put my faith in you. This is so fucked up. Oh my god, and we're getting to this backstory? Oh, right. Yeah, they're fading away. And so my life came to an end. Yeah, we're back to the Giselle accusing us for hiding stuff. But that wasn't the end of the story. And know what? I don't know if what comes next will be called my story. Basically, he kept reincarnated as the white-haired girl, but without like a memory, right? Or something. But memories of those events linger in my soul. After being pierced by Dia's blade, I found myself looking down upon my own corpse. Prologue text, once again. Yep, the prologue text. How could I have ever imagined that I would be made to witness my own misery even in death? I watched my eldest brother drag me to the place of my crucifixion, and my soul, evidently still bound to my flesh, was dragged along with it against my will down to the nearby village. Oh my god, he's going to be forced to see all of this? This is so fucked up. Oh no. Like, this can break him even more. Like, imagine like I don't know, like his mother like getting here, or even George's, and they would like make curses on his like dead now body anyway, saying that he was never the family and stuff, and he's going to hear everything. Oh my god, I hate this. The knights have returned from their holy quest. Oh, how we've awaited your arrival. How glorious is it to see you. Waiting for us, there was a cluster of villagers. Yeah, this fucker is that did terrible things to Giselle. A large cross lay on the ground in the center of the square. Holding torches, they formed a crowd around the knights, several of them familiar faces. The man who had came to ransack the mansion were standing there, staring at my body in a way. Oh, the Lord's judgment has been delivered into the witch of the cursed mansion by his holy servants. I hope that I would never have to deal with this guy ever again. No longer shall we live in fear of the curse befalling us. Eternal peace is assured. We have assembled all the tools you need to execute your divine mission. A cross befitting of such a heinous sinner. That which threatened to curse us, sullied our pure ears with its blasphemy. I had done no such thing. I hadn't cursed anyone. I had merely been defending myself. They had been armed and outnumbered me. So I had said what was necessary to chase them off. Our poor harvest is now suffering at the hands of the greedy lord, where all the work of the witch. Fuck you! Why then were they acting like it was all my fault? Why was I the sinner, and why did I need to be judged? My soul trembled and the overwhelming fervor consuming the crowd. The zealous desire to see judgment cast. So I prayed. I asked God to grant me the smallest of miracles, to let my voice reach my brother who carried my body. Okay. Please don't do this, Didier. Please hear my voice. You know me better than that. You know I've done nothing wrong. Those men smirking at the sight of my body, they are the ones putting the blame for their sins on me. Please tell me you at least don't think I did those things. Don't put me on that cross. If it was mother who sold me to the out of the church, then surely you can give me a respectable burial. He's going to like put him on this cross and still say like you get what you deserve, witch, or something like that. I hate this so much. The nails and the rope for the crucifixions are here. We would have you, O knight, deliver the Lord judgment unto this vile witch, lords. Didier dotted, yeah. Didier. Why do you say nothing? Why do you accept the tools the man presents you? The tool wants to punish me. Tell me, Didier. Crucifixion. Crucify it. Crucify the witch. My brother lowered my corpse on the ground and began removing my clothing. And in that very moment I realized the purpose of hanging someone from cross. Yeah. Overwhelmed by hopelessness, tears streamed down my face. Please, anything by that, I'm begging you. Don't expose me to those people. Don't expose my body, Didier. I'm begging you. Don't do it. But of course my voice had no way to reach him. And he proceeds to remove my clothing piece by piece, until I was left fully nude. For a brief moment an unpleasant silence spread through the crowd. Erratic crackling of their torches was the only sound that could be heard in the square. And then with a mocking laugh one man spoke. Ah, so there it is. The devilish creature. Don't look at me, please. Look away. Or just get it over with and burn me now. Burn my body, please. One simple thing was all I was missing. I had a frame like a man. I lacked breasts of a woman. My heart was male. I was in love with a woman. You sold your soul to the devil, and this is what you became. This frightful, reprehensible creature. I hate Amity so fucking much. Oh my god. You're like my number 2. After Amy. To dare defile the sacred body God blessed you with. Was that what people really thought of me? Was there no way to make them understand? Could they not possibly imagine how miserable it was to live in a body that didn't fit the shape of your soul? Was there no way to get through to them, even the slightest bit? All I wanted was to be what I felt I was. Was it really a heinous crime? So heinous a crime? Please, Didier, stop this. Don't humiliate me any further. Please just let me depart from this world in peace. Carry my body away from this place. That's all I ask. And if you can't do that, at least burn me instead. Didier. Didier? He then placed my body upon the cross, bound my arms together at the wrists with her rope, and then drove a nail through my palms. I couldn't look away. I tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't. My vision remained perfectly clear despite the constant stream of tears. This is so fucked up. When he was finished attaching my body to the cross, he and several other knights lifted it off the ground, planting it at the center of the village square. The villagers showered the knights with their praise and gratitude. Not for lack of trying, I was unable to get away from the cross. My soul was trapped there, along with my body. Didier didn't say the word the entire time. After a full day of hanging there, grotesque blackish splashes began appearing on my lower body. Everyone who saw it grimaced in disgust. The knights, Didier included, had long since taken their leave, leaving my soul behind, curled up at the base of the cross. A constant stream of tears ran down my face. I really hope Giselle is getting this part of the story, by the way. She's been really angry at him for not telling her everything. Even though she knew his backstory kinda, I guess. No, she didn't. But well, yeah, anyway, I hope she's getting this. She's getting to see this. Because this is even worse, death of Michel after death is even worse than his life. This kind of thing should not happen. What the actual... I hope Giselle gets this part of story. She needs to know everything that he went through. A constant stream of tears ran down my face. Despite all my prayers, I remained bound to that place, left to rot on the cross with my body. Passerby threw rocks or spat on me. Children laughed. My mother warned her daughter to always obey God's teachings. By 48 hours, black-feathered birds and maggots had appeared to devour my rotting flesh. I couldn't imagine any less pleasant a sight than my own body decaying in the sunlight, exposed for all to see. A group of children assembled in the square not far from the cross, and soon after a competition began to see who could take the evil witch. Also, I wonder where is Giselle. Is Giselle still like for 2 days now trapped in the mansion? Or maybe she actually left already? I mean, all we had in the backstory was that instantly after she woke up and learned that Michelle is dead, she became like Morgana vessel and stuff. That was like from Morgana perspective story, I guess. So we don't really know what happened with Giselle after this. I don't think it doesn't seem like she knew about this situation here. So is she still trapped there? Was she unconscious, or like she not unconscious? She couldn't leave for a few days. How did she left? When the door opened? A group of children assembled in the square not far from the cross, and soon after a competition began to see who could take down the evil witch. They gathered all the rocks they could find and started throwing them at my corpse as hard as they could. The stone dripped through my decomposing flesh, exposing bits of bone. Eventually they settled on the winner, the one who had torn off most of flesh, and went on their way. What the fucked up like games they had. Holy shit. No wonder like this village is so fucked up. And when they were gone, the birds flocked in to take their place. The third day and night came and went. At the sunrise on the fourth day, I received a visitor. Watch your step, madame. The crucifix is this way. Okay. After everything I had been through, I thought nothing more could possibly affect me. I sank as far down into the abyss as I could go. However, that's mother, isn't it? Yep. This is so fucked up. Like, seriously, like, his story after death is so much worse than his life. Oh my god. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Like, his, like, fate after his death is worse than his life. Do you agree? Let me know. I wonder. I knew it was her instantly. She was older and bonier than I remembered. She had bags under her eyes, so dark they looked like bruises. Her once lustrous blonde hair had faded almost white, but I would always recognize my own mother. What are you doing here, mother? Father? In the 13 years since I had last heard mother's voice, it had grown raspy and weak, but there were still distinct traces in it of the woman who had raised me, who had stayed at my bedside when I was sick. Yeah, she's going to say something fucking terrible, because she's the one who sent the knights. It's so going to... oh my god, I hate this. Though I lacked a physical body, I still felt a deep piercing chill at the sound of her voice. Father, this is not my daughter. Yeah, I knew it, like... I did not bear this accursed thing. No, I'm her victim. For years I suffered at the hands of this witch. She stole my daughter away from me, tormenting me, endlessly tormenting me. I hate this so fucking much. Trying to ruin me. A demon. You are a demon. Mother. I despise you, you foul hellish monster. I loved you. You took everything from me. I could never bring myself to hate my birth mother. I feel nothing but repulsing of you. I loved you. An eternity in the fires of hell would be too good for you. I often disagreed with the things you said and did, but I still remember the feeling of your hand in mine as I lay sick in bed. I have absolutely no relation to this demon. I kept writing letters, kept pretending to be a girl for you, because I didn't want to hurt you. This is not my daughter. I couldn't stand doing it. Whenever I sat down to write one, I came out a horrible wreck, even worse than before. But even so, send this monster straight to hell. I didn't want to break you, mother. I didn't want to push you any further off the edge. Quickly set me free of this accursed thing. But I suppose I still did end up breaking you. Please be at ease, madame. The Lord has heard your prayers. He wants you to cast the demon into the cleansing fires. He wants you to show him that, as you say, you have no relation to this unholy trial. Gladly, gladly. I would gladly send this vile creature to the deeps of pits of hell with my own two hands, her eyes swirling with every hateful emotion imaginable. Mother took the torch from the priest and tossed it into the pile of straw spread around the base of the cross. The flame cracked as it spread upwards, consuming my body and filling the square with the putrid stench of burning flesh. Through the cloud of smoke, I could see a faint smile on Mother's lips. Mother? I'm so sorry. You had to give birth to me. This is horrible thing to say, Michelle. Holy fuck. When the inferno had devoured everything, and the cross itself had crumbling down, my soul was finally released from that place. Or rather, I suppose, it's more shattered. The thing I saw, the things I was made to watch was harrowing. Morgana had been right. The anguish that came after knowing happiness was much greater than anything I had felt before. It eroded my spirit, drained me of willpower to bear the sight of the world after death. That's why he couldn't remember anything when he got reincarnated or like reconstructed as the white-haired girl. But rather than given to hatred like Morgana had, I despaired for myself. I don't curse or bear a grudge against anyone. I prayed for my own extinguishment. My soul began to crumble, neither ascending to heaven nor falling to hell, but fading to darkness everlasting. My fingers were the first to go, then my eyes and then my mouth. All sounds vanishing into nothingness. My beating heart and all the emotions that had once taken root within it scattered like leaves upon the wind. My soul completely wholly decomposed. I couldn't stand to allow my soul to return to the living world, no matter what it might take residence in. Some length of time later, I began to hear a sound, muffled and indistinct. No longer human in form, I had no ears to speak of, but the sound greatly increased in volume. It was a voice. Where are you, Michelle? What are you doing? I'm still praying. I'm still wishing for you to appear before me. Forever and ever, and ever. Ever and ever and ever. I've been praying for so long I don't even know how long it's been. Before you left, you said you were going to pray too. Yeah, this is from when Morgana said to Giselle that if you will pray, and if Michelle will pray as well to reunite with you, just as he said before his death to you, then you surely will meet again at some point in one of your next lives. This is basically the scene. You said you hope we could meet again in another life. I'm not misremembering it, am I? Michelle? Come back to me soon. As if drowned in by the sound of that voice, bit by bit, I began regaining some of what I had lost. But it took an incredibly long time. My body and soul had been ground to dust. I had rejected myself, scattered it into the void. It would take several lifetimes to find and reassemble all those pieces. Michelle, all I can remember about you is your name, your glassy white skin, your fiery red eyes and your snow-colored hair. Nothing else. Yep, this is when she started like thinking that every Michelle with white hair, hair is basically her Michelle, right? That she knew before. I had thought my mind, my body, my spirit, and my heart all been eradicated. But every time I heard that voice, I thought I must return. Well, I thought this perhaps inaccurate. It was not so much a conscious idea as an instinctive force. The voice slowly burned the overwhelming pain I had suffered in both life and death. I began to search for the source of that quiet, constant whisper echoing in the emptiness, chasing after the tiny fleck of light. The one thing in the world that seems to desire my presence. Michelle? I'm no longer the girl I once was. I've built a cocoon around myself, a cocoon I can't break free of. Yep. Now this is after the many years. My own protective shell is devouring me. I'm waiting for you, Michelle. Waiting for you inside my shell. Always waiting. Will you be able to recognize the person I become? Please, Michelle. Get me out of here. At long last I found the ray of light I sought. And I had an absolute certainty that if I followed it, I would reach the source of the voice. I had to find them. I had to set them free. I desperately had to give back them what they had given me to me, and that sense of purpose is what set me back into motion. But the void was so expansive, so endlessly deep, that reaching the ends of Trail of Light was no easy task. Struggling to follow it to its source, warm I barely held together soul thin, until it crumbled apart once more. Again and again, I lost myself. I can account for much of my time chasing after that light. The gaps in my memory are large and frequent. Nevertheless, after countless cycles of breaking down and assembling myself, after hundreds of years of wandering, I finally found my way back to that mansion. And this is where the prologue started. Yep. And when the two of us had our long-awaited reunion, neither of us were our old selves any longer. In my endeavor to return, I had worn my soul down to almost nothing. I was but a vague shadow, completely devoid of memories. And that was the beginning. We met each other anew, lost and broken, devoid of life.